Have you ever felt that sudden fear? When your legs wobble just a little too much getting out of bed? Or when you hesitate before stepping off a curb, just in case you might lose your balance? That tiny moment of doubt? It's not just in your head. It's real and far more common than you think. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls every single year. And here's the part most people don't realize. If you've fallen once, your chances of falling again actually double. These aren't just little stumbles. 1 out of 5 falls leads to a serious injury, like a broken bone or even a head injury. And yet, so many of these falls are preventable. You don't need fancy gym equipment. You don't need to run or lift heavy weights. What you do need is daily movement, simple, steady exercises that quietly rebuild the strength in your legs, your balance, and your confidence. That's exactly what we're going to do today. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 easy movements, ones you can do right at home, that help protect you from falls, strengthen the muscles that keep you upright, and bring a little more freedom back into every step you take. If you've ever thought, I just don't want to be that person who ends up in the hospital from a fall, then this video is for you. And if you're enjoying practical, gentle health tips like this, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Health 365, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear how these moves work for you. Now, let's begin with one of the simplest, but most powerful, leg strengthening habits. You don't even need to leave your chair. Ready? Let's start with something incredibly simple, but deeply powerful. All you need is a chair. This movement is called the sit to stand, and it mimics something you already do every single day, getting up and sitting down. But here's the truth. Most people overlook. The ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands is one of the strongest indicators of lower body strength and how likely you are to stay independent as you age. I remember one gentleman, Mr. Raymond, a 72-year-old retired postman. He told me he didn't realize how weak his legs had become until the day he couldn't get up from his favorite armchair without pushing off with both hands and grunting. "It snuck up on me," he said. "I thought I was just tired, but I was losing strength." The sit to stand isn't just an exercise. It's a way to wake your thigh muscles, your glutes, and your hips. Those exact muscles that keep you steady when walking, climbing stairs, or simply standing for more than a minute. Here's how you can start, right now. Find a sturdy chair with a firm seat and no wheels. Sit tall, feet flat on the floor, knees over your ankles. Now gently press through your heels and stand up. No hands if you can. Then lower yourself slowly, in control, back down. That's 1 repetition. It may seem easy at first, or it may surprise you with how much effort it takes. Either way, that's your body waking up. Do just 8 to 10 repetitions a day to begin. Not to work out, but to reclaim your legs, 1 motion at a time. And if getting up without your hands feels too hard today, that's okay. Use your arms for support, but focus on standing slowly and with purpose. Strength returns with repetition. Now that we've started activating the big support muscles, let's move lower, toward your calves, which often get neglected but are absolutely vital for your circulation and balance. You might not think much about your calves until the day you trip on a small step or feel unsteady on uneven ground. But these muscles at the back of your lower legs are more important than most people realize, especially after 70. They act like little heart pumps in your legs. Every time you walk, stand, or shift your weight, your calves help push blood back up toward your heart. But when these muscles weaken or stiffen, which naturally happens with age, you lose both strength and circulation. That's where the heel raise comes in. It's simple, But don't let that fool you. It's a quiet powerhouse of a move. I once met a woman named Linda, 74, who had stopped going for her morning walks because she kept feeling like her feet were heavy and slow. "My legs just don't push off the ground like they used to," she said. I showed her this one small movement, and within 2 weeks she noticed her steps felt lighter and her legs didn't cramp as easily. Here's how you can do it. Stand behind a chair or near a counter for support. Place your feet about hip-width apart. Slowly lift your heels, rising up onto the balls of your feet. Imagine you're trying to reach a little higher without using your arms. Hold for 2 seconds, then slowly lower your heels back to the floor. It's that simple. But when done daily, this small movement improves blood flow, strengthens your calf muscles, and most importantly, trains your body to push off the ground with power when you walk. Try 10 to 15 repetitions. If your balance feels shaky, keep your fingertips resting gently on a table or chair. Over time, you may find you need less support, and that's a great sign of progress. And if your ankles feel tight or your legs start to shake, don't be discouraged. That means your muscles are re-engaging after a long rest. Once your calves start doing their job again, you'll feel more grounded, more supported. And that's just the beginning. Now let's take a seat again, because the next move works a different but equally important part of your lower legs, one that helps prevent those scary little stumbles over rugs, curbs, or uneven floors. Now let's talk about something you don't hear much about, but it could save you from a nasty fall: the front of your lower legs. These are the muscles just beside your shins. They help you lift your toes when you walk, especially when you're stepping forward or over something small. And when they get weak or sluggish, which they often do after 60, you might start dragging your feet without even noticing. That's how it starts. You catch your toe on a rug, or a doorway, or a step that's just an inch higher than the others, and suddenly, down you go. One of my dear friends, Joseph, 69, had a fall in his kitchen from nothing more than a corner of a bath mat. It wasn't even a big trip, he told me, but my foot didn't lift fast enough. It was like it got stuck in slow motion. So I taught him toe taps. He laughed at first. That's it? But 2 weeks in, he told me his feet felt lighter and more responsive. "I'm not shuffling anymore," he said. Here's how it works. Sit down in a firm chair. Keep your heels planted flat on the floor. Now, gently start lifting the front of your feet, just your toes, off the ground, and then lower them again. Tap up and down in a steady rhythm for 30 to 60 seconds. What you're doing is gently reawakening the muscles that lift your feet during each step, so your toes clear the floor, not drag on it. And you'll be surprised. After a few rounds, you might feel a slight burn or even tightness along the front of your shin. That's a good sign. It means those sleepy little muscles are waking up. Do this daily, maybe while watching the news or having your tea. It takes less than a minute, but the reward is freedom. Freedom to walk confidently without fearing what's underfoot. Once your feet and ankles are more responsive, it's time to build up something even more crucial: your balance. Because strength is one thing, but staying upright when the world shifts around you is something else entirely. Let's talk about balance, not the kind you get from yoga or fancy poses, but the everyday kind. The kind that keeps you steady when someone bumps into you in the grocery store, or when you have to reach down to pick something up from the floor. After 70, your ability to balance becomes one of the strongest predictors of how long you can live independently. And yet, many seniors don't even realize it's fading, until it's too late. There's a simple way to test it right now. Stand up and try lifting one foot off the ground. Just a little. Can you hold it for 10 seconds? 15? Or do you immediately wobble or grab onto something? I remember Ellen, a sharp and spirited 76-year-old who lived alone. One day, she told me she almost fell while putting on her slippers. Not walking, not running, just standing on one leg for a moment too long. I felt like my body didn't catch up with my brain, she said. That was her wake-up call. So we started doing single-leg stances every day. And within just a few weeks, she was not only steadier, but more confident. I don't dread stairs anymore, she told me with a smile. Here's how to do it safely. Stand near a wall, a kitchen counter, or the back of a chair. Something sturdy. Shift your weight onto one foot, then gently lift the other foot off the ground. It doesn't need to go high, just off the floor. Hold it there for 10 to 15 seconds. Then switch sides. At first, you might feel shaky. That's completely normal. Balance isn't just about muscles. It's about your brain, your nerves, and your reflexes, all learning to communicate again. Do this 2 to 3 times on each side every day. You can even do it while brushing your teeth or waiting for your tea to steep. Over time, your body will start reacting faster. Your ankles will become more responsive. Your hips will stabilize you. And your fear of falling? It starts to fade. Now that your balance is waking up, let's get the whole body moving in sync. Because your legs don't walk alone. They work with your hips, your core, your arms, everything. And that connection matters more than you think. There's something almost childlike about marching in place. It reminds us of school days, music class, or simply having energy to burn. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This movement is one of the best ways to reconnect your lower body to your upper body and remind your brain how to coordinate it all together. After 70, it's not just weak muscles that lead to falls, it's the disconnection between the mind and the movement. The brain sends the signal to lift the leg, but the hip hesitates. The foot responds late. The balance doesn't catch up. That half-second delay can be the difference between staying upright or falling forward. That's exactly what happened to Richard, 75, a retired mechanic with strong legs but poor coordination. It wasn't that I couldn't walk, he said. It's that I'd bump into doorways. I'd lose my rhythm. I looked drunk even though I hadn't had a drink in 10 years. So we started marching, just in place. Slowly at first. Lift one knee, then the other, with a little music in the background. After a week, he noticed something. My feet know what to do again. Here's how you can do it safely. Stand tall near a sturdy surface for support if needed. Begin slowly lifting one knee toward your waist, then lower it and lift the other. You don't need to go fast or high, just enough that your body has to shift and respond. Aim for 20 to 30 steps. Move with control, not momentum. You'll feel your hip flexors working, your thighs activating. Even your arms might naturally start swinging. That's perfect. That's the body waking up and moving together again. And the more you do it, the more your walking will feel smoother, lighter, and more intentional. You'll notice fewer stumbles, better posture, and more energy just from this one little habit. Once you feel steady with marching, we can go one step further, literally. Let's start engaging your outer hips and side stability, so you're strong even when moving in unexpected directions. Walking forward is easy to practice. But what about the moments when you need to step to the side? Like moving over in the kitchen, getting into the car, or stepping down off a curb. That's when your side stability comes into play, and most people ignore it until their hips start to wobble or their knees feel unstable. Side leg raises are one of the most effective and gentle ways to strengthen the muscles that keep you centered, not just the front or back of your legs, but your outer hips. These muscles don't just support you when walking. They act like stabilizers when your body shifts unexpectedly. I worked with a woman named Barbara, 78, who had a beautiful garden, but she'd stopped tending it because every time she stepped sideways, she felt like she'd lose her balance. "I don't trust my legs when I'm not walking straight," she told me. So we introduced side leg raises, just a few each day. By the end of the month, she was not only back in her garden, but bending, reaching, and stepping over stones without holding on to anything. You can start right now. Stand near a wall or chair for support. Shift your weight gently onto one leg and slowly raise the other leg to the side, just a foot or so off the ground. Keep your toes pointed forward, not upward. Hold for a moment. Then bring your foot back down, steady and slow. It may feel awkward at first. That's normal. These muscles don't get used much in everyday life, especially if you don't walk often or tend to move cautiously. But the more you practice this motion, the more stable and grounded you'll feel in all directions, not just forward. Aim for 10 times on each side. Go slow. If you feel a little burn in the side of your hips, you're doing it right. And remember, this isn't about looking graceful. It's about building quiet, deep strength that protects you when life pulls you sideways. Now that we've activated your hips and improved your side-to-side control, it's time to focus on the final piece, your ankles. Because no matter how strong your legs are, if your ankles are stiff or weak, they can take you down in a second. Your ankles are like hinges on a door, small, often ignored, but absolutely essential. They help you pivot, adjust, and recover when you slip or shift. But here's what surprises many seniors. After 70, your ankles can quietly stiffen, weaken, or lose flexibility without you even realizing it. Until one day, you step on uneven ground and twist. I remember Mr. Howard, 81, a proud grandfather who never missed his evening walk. One afternoon, he stepped off a curb, just slightly off balance, and his ankle gave out. It wasn't broken, but the sprain took weeks to heal. "I didn't think ankles mattered at my age," he said. "Turns out, they matter more than ever." That's why ankle circles are such a hidden gem. They're gentle, they're easy, but they retrain your joints to stay flexible and responsive, so they move with you, not against you. Here's how to do it. Sit in a comfortable chair with your back straight. Lift one foot slightly off the ground, just enough so it can move freely. Now, slowly begin to rotate your foot at the ankle, making full, smooth circles. Clockwise first. Then switch to counterclockwise. Do about 10 circles in each direction. Then switch legs. It might feel like nothing at first, but if your ankle feels stiff, makes little clicking sounds, or gets tired quickly, that's a sign those joints need this more than you think. You can do this while watching TV, talking on the phone, or winding down before bed. The movement helps keep the ligaments loose, encourages blood flow, and strengthens the tiny stabilizing muscles around your foot and ankle. Over time, you'll notice it's easier to adjust your step when the ground is uneven. Your foot won't roll inward as easily, and your chances of sudden twists or sprains, they drop dramatically. By bringing your ankles back into the equation, you've now activated your entire lower body. Hips, thighs, knees, calves, feet, and toes. These 7 movements may seem small, but together, they build a powerful foundation for staying upright, mobile, and independent. And now that you've reconnected with your body, let's close this out with something just as important: reconnecting with your confidence. You've just done something powerful, more powerful than you might realize. Not just because you moved your legs, or practiced balance, or stretched your ankles, but because you chose to show up for yourself today. That decision, to move, to care, to strengthen. That's what keeps you young. Not the number on your birthday cake. Growing older doesn't mean giving up control. It means learning new ways to stay in it. And every one of these small daily moves, they're not just exercises. They're quiet acts of resistance, of resilience, of saying, I'm not done yet. I hope you feel proud, not only of your body, but of your mindset, because it's never too late to get stronger. It's never too late to take back your steadiness. And it's never too late to feel confident with every step you take.
You're not losing strength because you're aging. You're losing it because no one told you how to keep it. Over 50 million older adults worldwide are affected by sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss that silently weakens the body over time. By age 80, the average person has lost nearly half the muscle they had in their youth. This isn't just about looking fit, it's about staying independent, preventing falls, and enjoying life on your terms. Every year, over 300,000 seniors are hospitalized after falls, most linked to muscle weakness. But here's the powerful truth: losing muscle is not inevitable. Around the world, superagers in their 70s, 80s, even 90s continue to move, lift, climb stairs, and thrive, because they've learned how to protect and rebuild their strength. And so can you. Let's explore the habits that help you stay strong, mobile, and full of life, at any age. Before we get started, I'd love to know where you're joining me from today. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions you have. First, let's talk about physical activity habit. Moving your body with purpose each day is one of the most effective ways to protect your strength and independence as you get older. Muscles respond well to consistent challenge and variety, and even gentle activity, when done with intention, can help preserve muscle mass, improve mobility, and boost confidence. The goal isn't to train like an athlete, but to keep your body capable and resilient for everyday life. Strength training is one of the most beneficial habits for maintaining muscle. Just 2 or 3 sessions per week of resistance work can help you retain the power needed to stand, carry, push, and lift with ease. You don't need a gym or heavy equipment. Simple exercises like pressing against a wall, sitting and standing from a chair without using your hands, or using resistance bands at home can all activate key muscle groups. The important thing is to work through a full range of motion and feel your muscles gently engage. If your arms feel stronger after carrying a bag of groceries, or your legs steadier after getting up from the floor, you're already building functional strength. Beyond scheduled workouts, using your own body weight in daily movements is a natural and effective way to stay strong. Functional movements mimic real-life tasks and reinforce the strength you need for them. Climbing stairs, reaching overhead to put something away, or squatting to pick up something from the ground all activate muscles that matter. Gardening, lifting light laundry baskets, or stepping onto a curb all count, especially when done with awareness and good form. These activities may seem small, but over time, they keep your muscles working in ways that protect against decline. While strength is essential, endurance and circulation matter too. Brisk walking, slow cycling, or light dancing for around 30 minutes a day helps nourish muscles with oxygen, maintains cardiovascular health, and improves leg strength. Even if you can't do a full 30 minutes at once, spreading shorter walks throughout the day still offers meaningful benefits. Walking after meals, taking the scenic route at the store, or pacing while on the phone all add up. If joint discomfort limits walking, a stationary bike or water-based exercise is a gentler way to keep moving while reducing impact on the knees or hips. Balance and flexibility are often overlooked, yet they are crucial for injury prevention and body control. Practices like Tai Chi, with its flowing motions and mindful weight shifts, help strengthen stabilizing muscles and improve coordination. Yoga, especially in chair or standing form, combines gentle stretching with balance poses that enhance joint flexibility and core engagement. Training your body to move gracefully and react quickly helps prevent falls, and fall prevention is one of the most important outcomes of any exercise routine for older adults. In addition to structured movement, Staying lightly active throughout the day plays a powerful role in protecting muscle. Long periods of sitting can quietly weaken your muscles, so build in reasons to move often. Stand and stretch while watching television, march in place while brushing your teeth, or do a few heel raises while waiting for the kettle to boil. Housework, light yard work, walking with grandchildren, or just choosing stairs over elevators all keep your body in motion without requiring a workout. These small bursts of physical activity, known as NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, are linked to better muscle function, circulation, and mood. The most effective physical routines are those you enjoy and can stick with. If a movement feels uncomfortable, adapt it. If weather keeps you inside, find something you can do safely at home. And if motivation dips, try doing just 5 minutes, because 5 minutes often leads to 10. The consistency of showing up for your body matters more than intensity. Habit number 2. Smart nutrition habit. Muscle health begins at the table, and what you eat daily sends direct signals to your body, either to build and protect muscle or to let it slowly fade. For seniors, nutrition isn't about dieting. It's about fueling the body with what it truly needs to stay strong and independent. Start by ensuring your meals include enough high-quality protein. Older adults benefit from spreading protein evenly across 3 main meals and 1 or 2 snacks. This helps maintain a steady supply of amino acids to your muscles, especially since the body becomes less efficient at processing protein over time. You don't need large portions, just consistency. Eggs at breakfast, lentils or tofu at lunch, and a serving of fish or lean poultry at dinner can go a long way. A small cup of Greek yogurt, a piece of cheese, or a handful of nuts in between meals can keep your muscles supported throughout the day without feeling heavy or difficult to prepare. After physical activity, whether it's a walk, a balance session, or strength training, it's helpful to combine a source of protein with a small amount of healthy carbohydrates. This pairing not only repairs muscle tissue but also replenishes energy stores. Something as simple as cottage cheese with fruit, a slice of whole grain bread with nut butter, or a smoothie with banana and protein powder provides your body with the building blocks it needs to recover efficiently. To support the repair process even further, include foods rich in natural anti-inflammatory compounds. Fatty fish, such as salmon or sardines, are excellent for this, but so are plant-based options like flax seeds and walnuts. Colorful fruits like berries and cherries are packed with antioxidants that help reduce muscle damage caused by everyday activity. Adding turmeric to a warm drink or incorporating fresh ginger into a meal provides additional support without needing to rely on pills or powders. Collagen, while not a complete protein, plays a key role in maintaining the connective tissues that support muscle movement. You can encourage collagen production naturally through foods like bone broth, chicken with skin, or gelatin-based dishes. To make this even more effective, pair them with vitamin C, rich ingredients such as bell peppers or citrus fruits. These combinations promote the repair of tendons and ligaments, helping muscles function smoothly and reducing the risk of injury during daily movement. Water is often overlooked, but it plays a crucial role in muscle function. Even mild dehydration can affect strength, coordination, and increase the chance of cramping. Make it a habit to drink water consistently throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Herbal teas, broths, and water-rich foods like cucumbers or oranges all contribute to hydration. Including mineral-rich sources of electrolytes, such as leafy greens, seeds, or a pinch of salt in meals, can help maintain the balance your muscles rely on to perform well. Just as important as what to eat is knowing what to limit. Added sugars and highly processed foods may offer quick energy, but they provide little support to your muscles. Worse, they can promote inflammation, increase fat accumulation, and interfere with the absorption of key nutrients. Swapping sugary desserts for a piece of fruit, replacing soda with infused water, and choosing whole, unprocessed foods more often are simple changes that help keep your muscle-building efforts on track. Your body thrives when meals are balanced, regular, and made with intention. Eating in a way that supports muscle health doesn't mean rigid rules. It means making steady, thoughtful choices that nourish you from the inside out. Habit number 3. recovery and supplement habit. Muscle improvement doesn't happen during the activity. It happens during recovery. The hours between your efforts matter just as much as the effort itself. Giving your body the rest, nutrients, and environment it needs to repair muscle tissue is essential for long-term strength and resilience. One of the most powerful tools for recovery is sleep. During deep rest, your body releases hormones that rebuild muscle fibers and restore energy systems. Older adults benefit most from 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep each night, as interrupted or insufficient rest can slow down repair and increase physical fatigue. Establishing a regular sleep routine, limiting screen time in the evening, and keeping your bedroom cool and quiet all contribute to more restorative rest. Even short naps can help recharge energy if nighttime sleep is occasionally disrupted. Stress has a direct effect on your muscles. Chronic worry or emotional strain increases cortisol, a hormone that, when elevated for too long, promotes the breakdown of muscle protein. Managing stress is not just about mental peace, it's about protecting the strength you've worked to build. Simple habits like daily walks in fresh air, a few minutes of slow breathing, listening to calming music, or enjoying creative hobbies help shift your body into a more relaxed state. Spending time with supportive people, joining group classes, or sharing meals with friends can also provide meaningful stress relief and boost motivation to stay active and well. In some cases, the body needs more than food and rest. Certain supplements, when used wisely and with medical supervision, can support muscle function and overall recovery. Vitamin D, when kept at healthy levels, helps muscles contract properly and supports balance. Calcium keeps your skeletal structure solid, so muscles have a firm foundation to pull against. If your doctor recommends it, these nutrients may be added through food or supplements to maintain optimal levels. Creatine has been shown to enhance muscle energy and strength when combined with regular resistance activity. A small daily dose may help improve performance during workouts and support muscle retention in older adults, especially those looking to stay mobile and independent. It should always be discussed with a healthcare provider, especially if you have kidney concerns or take regular medications. Other helpful nutrients include magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B12. Magnesium aids in muscle relaxation and may help with nighttime cramps or tension. Potassium, found in fruits and vegetables, supports nerve signals and fluid balance within muscle cells. Vitamin B12 is essential for energy and nerve function, and low levels can lead to weakness or tingling sensations. If blood tests reveal a deficiency, supplementation may restore energy and improve muscle coordination. One often overlooked yet effective recovery habit involves temperature contrast therapy. Short bursts of cold, such as ending your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cool water, can trigger brown fat activation and increase the release of adiponectin, a hormone that protects muscle from breakdown. On the other hand, heat exposure through sauna sessions or warm baths stimulates the production of proteins that help repair damaged muscle tissue. Regular use of these thermal therapies has been linked to slower muscle loss and improved cellular recovery, especially when practiced consistently a few times per week. Habit number 4. Monitoring and mindset habit. Strength is built through consistency, but sustained by awareness. Paying attention to the signals your body sends, both physical and emotional, allows you to catch small issues before they grow into bigger ones. Just as movement and meals fuel muscle growth, tracking your progress and nurturing your mindset keep everything working together. Start by checking in on your weight and functional strength every few weeks. A gradual, intentional change is one thing, but an unplanned drop of more than 5% of your body weight in under 6 months could be an early sign of muscle loss or undernutrition. You don't need fancy equipment to track your progress. Notice how your clothes fit, how easily you rise from a chair, or how steady you feel while climbing steps. These simple indicators are just as valuable as a scale. Some people find it helpful to write down weekly notes on their physical activity, energy levels, and eating habits. This kind of reflection helps you notice helpful patterns and adjust routines before problems arise. Routine health checkups can reveal hidden barriers to muscle maintenance. Certain blood markers, like vitamin D and B12 levels, thyroid function, and blood sugar, can directly affect energy and muscle performance. For men, low testosterone might also play a role in reduced muscle tone and motivation. A conversation with your doctor can uncover simple solutions, whether it's adjusting a medication or addressing a nutritional deficiency. Ask about digestive health too. If you're not absorbing nutrients well, even a good diet may not be enough. Some medications, like long-term steroids or certain statins, may also influence muscle function. Your doctor can help find balance if needed. Annual check-ins with labs and physical assessments provide peace of mind and keep your health strategy aligned with your goals. While tracking physical changes is important, mindset plays just as critical a role. People who maintain a hopeful, action-oriented outlook tend to stick with their healthy routines longer. Positivity is not about ignoring challenges. It's about seeing yourself as capable of improving. This mindset fuels motivation to keep walking, keep preparing nourishing meals, and keep showing up even when progress feels slow. Joining group classes, signing up for a community event, or simply walking with a neighbor can turn routines into sources of connection and joy. Learning something new, whether it's a simple recipe or a gentle exercise, stimulates both mind and body, reinforcing the habit of movement. No one follows a perfect routine every day, and that's okay. Flexibility is part of sustainability. If you miss a walk, forget a supplement, or feel off track for a few days, simply begin again. What matters most is showing up again with care, not guilt. Adjust your plan to your energy level. Try a shorter walk, fewer reps, or a lighter meal when needed. If something isn't working, explore alternatives instead of stopping altogether. A warm bath instead of a walk on a sore day, a soup instead of a full dinner. These small choices keep the momentum going while honoring what your body needs in the moment. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. Just start with one habit, whichever feels easiest today. Whether it's a protein-packed breakfast, a 10-second muscle contraction, or a warm sauna session, each step is a powerful investment in your long-term strength, independence, and joy. If there's one habit to prioritize, let it be progressive resistance training. Even just 2 30-minute sessions a week can reverse years of muscle loss and help you reclaim the energy and freedom you thought were gone for good. Now it's your turn. Which of these 4 habits are you already practicing? Which one surprised you the most? Do you know a strong, active senior who defies their age? Share your story in the comments. Inspire others. Have you ever walked away from your workout feeling more pain than strength? Maybe you've been following what everyone says: stay active, keep moving, and your legs will stay strong. But lately, you've noticed something strange. Your knees ache a little more. You feel wobbly when getting out of a chair. Climbing stairs feels like hiking a mountain. Sound familiar? It's something many seniors go through. You do your best, stretching, walking, even trying a few strength moves at the gym. But somehow, your legs aren't getting stronger. In fact, they feel weaker than before. Here's the truth that most people won't tell you. Not all exercises are safe for seniors, especially not for your legs after 60. In fact, some common moves that younger folks swear by can silently wear down your knees, strain your hips, and speed up muscle loss if your body isn't ready for them. And no one warns you until it's too late. But today, I want to help you change that. I'll show you the 4 exercises that seniors should stop doing immediately. And more importantly, I'll share safer, gentler alternatives that still build leg strength without the pain or risk. Because after 60, protecting your legs means more than just staying active. It means moving smarter, not harder. So grab a comfy chair, relax, and let's walk through this together, one step at a time. Before we get started, I'd love to know where you're joining me from today. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions you have. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a health-boosting tip from Health 365. Let's get started. Now let's talk about a movement that's often praised as the king of leg exercises, the deep squat. You've probably seen it demonstrated by fitness trainers, athletes, or even younger folks at the gym, sinking low with perfect form and popping back up like it's nothing. And maybe years ago you did it too, without thinking twice. But after 60, your body tells a different story. Your knees, they don't bend the way they used to. Your hips, a little stiffer than before. And your balance, it isn't quite what it was 20 years ago. So here's the thing, when you try to do deep squats at this stage in life, it's not just about strength. It becomes a battle of joint pressure, stability, and muscle control. And if one of those pieces isn't strong enough, it's your legs that pay the price. Let's imagine this for a second. You stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, arms out in front. You begin to lower yourself down, deep into a squat. But halfway down, your knees start to wobble. You feel pressure at the front of your knees. Your heels might even lift slightly off the ground. And just when you're trying to come back up, your thigh muscles aren't helping much. It's your knees, and only your knees, that are carrying all the weight. Sounds risky. It is. Deep squats put tremendous stress on the knee joint, especially the patella, kneecap, and this is one of the first areas affected by age-related cartilage loss or early osteoarthritis. When you sink past a certain angle, especially below parallel, the joint compression increases dramatically. That's a problem if your cartilage is already thinning or inflamed. And the risk isn't just long-term wear. It's also instant falls, strains, or injuries that could set you back for weeks or longer. So should you stop squatting altogether? Absolutely not. But, and this is crucial, you need a version of the squat that respects where your body is today. You don't need to impress anyone with how low you can go. You just need to rebuild strength, safely, in the right muscles, especially your quads, glutes, and hamstrings, without putting your knees in danger. So what's the safer path? Let me introduce you to a friendlier alternative, the chair squat. It might sound simple, but don't underestimate it. You begin by standing in front of a sturdy chair, ideally one without wheels. Your feet are about hip-width apart. Arms out for balance. Now slowly lower yourself down until your backside gently touches the seat, but don't sit all the way down. Just touch. Then push through your heels and stand back up. This movement teaches control. It engages your leg muscles without dropping too deep. And if you feel unstable, the chair is right there to support you. Still feel nervous? You can start with a higher surface, like a bed or countertop, and gradually work your way down over time. And here's a small bonus tip. Do it near a wall or keep a sturdy walker nearby the first few times, just to give you confidence. The beauty of the chair squat is that it mimics real-life movements, like standing up from a chair, using the toilet, or getting out of a car. These everyday actions are exactly what keep your legs strong and functional as you age. Now, if you're someone who has trouble even doing the chair squat, that's okay, too. Start with seated knee extensions or assisted sit-to-stands, where you use your arms on the armrest or sides of the chair to help push you up. The point is progress, not perfection. Because here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to squat deep to stay strong. You just need to squat smart. And smart means choosing movements that support your knees, protect your joints, and strengthen your muscles at the same time. Now let's move on to another popular gym favorite, the leg press machine. It looks safe, doesn't it? You're seated. Your back is supported. No risk of falling. You just place your feet on a wide platform, push the weight up, bring it back down, and repeat. Sounds easy enough. In fact, many seniors gravitate toward this machine because it seems like a controlled way to build leg strength, without the need to balance or move around. But here's the surprising truth. For people over 60, the leg press machine can quietly do more harm than good. Let's break it down. When you sit in the leg press machine, you're usually reclined at a slight angle. Your feet are placed high up, and the weights are loaded on either side or beneath the platform. As you push the plate forward, it might feel smooth, but what's really happening? A massive amount of force is being directed straight through your knees, hips, and lower back, often far more than your body would naturally experience during walking, standing, or even squatting. And because you're lying back, there's no way for your core or stabilizing muscles to help out. It's all pressure, going one way, into your joints. The scary part? You don't feel the damage right away. But over time, you might notice stiffness after workouts, or pain when climbing stairs, or even a sudden back twinge from something as simple as bending to pick something up. That's not aging. That's often strain caused by inappropriate loading in the wrong position. Here's another danger most people miss: overconfidence. Because the machine feels safe, many people, including seniors, load it up with far more weight than their joints can truly handle. After all, you're not lifting a barbell on your back, right? But this artificial sense of security is deceptive. Your knees don't care if the weight came from a machine or a squat rack, they only feel the pressure. And if your cartilage is already thinning, or your lower back discs are compressed, the damage can creep in quietly and steadily. So, does that mean strength training is off the table? Not at all. It just means choosing a movement that strengthens your legs through your natural range of motion, not forcing them into one that stresses your joints unnaturally. So what's a better choice? Try Step UPS with support. Find a very low, sturdy step, something no higher than 6 to 8 inches. Stand beside a counter or railing for support. Slowly step one foot up, then bring the other foot to meet it. Then step back down the same way. Do it slowly with full control. No rushing. No jumping. Just steady, intentional movement. This kind of exercise mimics real life, like climbing stairs or stepping onto a curb. And best of all, it engages your legs, glutes, and even your core muscles, but without putting all the pressure into your knees and lower spine. If the step feels too much at first, that's okay. You can start with seated leg extensions using resistance bands, or even gentle mini squats holding onto a chair. Another excellent option: standing heel raises. Hold onto the back of a chair and slowly lift your heels off the ground, coming up onto your toes, then lower down slowly. This strengthens your calves and improves ankle stability, both essential for strong, steady legs. The goal isn't to look like a bodybuilder. The goal is to build real-life strength, the kind that helps you get out of the car, carry groceries, or go for a walk without worrying about a misstep. Now let's talk about something that might seem innocent at first, those quick, bouncy moves often labeled as good cardio. We're talking about jumping jacks, box jumps, skipping in place, or those peppy routines in online workout videos where the instructor says, "Just a little jump, you've got this." You've seen them before. Maybe you've even tried them, hoping to get your heart pumping and muscles working. But here's the truth: after 60, your legs are not designed to handle repeated impact from jumping, especially not on hard surfaces. You see, when you were younger, your joints had more cushioning. Your tendons were springy. Your muscles recovered faster. A few jumps didn't matter. But now, every jump sends a sharp, jarring force directly up through your ankles, knees, hips, and even your lower back. And without the same shock absorption you once had, that force doesn't get evenly distributed. Instead, it gets concentrated, right where it hurts most. Let's imagine this together. You're standing on your living room floor, ready to follow along with a video. The instructor says, "Now let's warm up with 30 jumping jacks." So you start, arms and legs flying. But by the 10th jump, your knees feel it. There's a slight twinge in your heel. And after the workout, your hips ache when you sit down. Sound familiar? The worst part is, you didn't even realize the damage was happening. That's the danger with high-impact moves at this age. They feel like a good workout, until the pain shows up the next day, or worse, after a small fall or twist that you can't quite recover from. Now, don't misunderstand. Cardio is still incredibly important. It boosts circulation, supports your heart, and helps your muscles get oxygen and nutrients. But jumping isn't the only way to get your heart rate up. In fact, for seniors, it's one of the riskiest ways. So what's a better option? Let's start with something simple: marching in place. Yes, that's right, marching. Stand tall, lift one knee at a time in a gentle, steady rhythm. Swing your arms a bit. Focus on your breath. You'll be surprised how quickly your heart rate rises, without pounding your joints. Another excellent alternative is side steps. Place a resistance band just above your knees, or skip it if you're just starting. Slowly step side to side, staying light on your feet. It works your outer thighs, glutes, and gets your blood flowing, all while keeping your feet on the ground. Feeling confident? Add seated cardio. Sit on the edge of a sturdy chair and perform fast-paced toe taps, leg lifts, or arm punches. It's low impact, but still boosts your energy and endurance. And if you enjoy music, turn on your favorite tune and dance, gently. Sway side to side. Step forward and back. Move with joy, not force. Here's what matters most. You're staying active in a way your body can sustain. Because every time you jump and land, even from a small hop, your legs absorb shock that can add up over time. The risk isn't just soreness. It's inflammation, tendon damage, or even falls that could steal months of mobility. So the next time you're tempted to follow that energetic instructor bouncing on screen, pause. Ask yourself, is this movement kind to my knees? Will my joints thank me later? And if the answer is, maybe not, it's perfectly okay to press pause and choose a smarter move. Let's move to the final exercise on our list, one that looks deceptively simple but can quietly chip away at your leg strength if you're not careful: the lunge. Lunges are everywhere. Fitness magazines praise them. Personal trainers love them. And younger folks make them look so graceful: 1 foot forward, back straight, down and up like a machine. But for seniors, especially those over 60, doing lunges without support can be like walking a tightrope with a blindfold on. Let's break it down. When you perform a standard forward lunge, you step 1 foot far ahead. Your front knee bends. Your back leg drops. Your weight shifts forward. And here's the problem. You're now balancing on 2 narrow tracks, while your body tries to stay centered. That requires strong thighs, flexible hips, stable ankles, good balance, and sharp coordination, all at once. And if even one of those elements is slightly off, it puts your entire lower body at risk. Let's picture this moment. You take a step forward into a lunge. You feel slightly off balance, but keep going. As you drop your back knee, your front knee suddenly pushes too far forward, maybe even past your toes. Your heel lifts a little. You feel a tug in your thigh. And just as you try to come back up, you wobble. You catch yourself. But your knee didn't forget. Neither did your hip. This is how it starts. Small strain, tiny slip, slow bruising of the muscles you're trying to protect. Here's what most people don't realize. Unassisted lunges load all the pressure onto one side of your body. It's like doing a one-legged squat, with zero hand support. And after 60, when balance begins to decline and reflexes slow a bit, that move becomes less about fitness and more about risk management. So, should seniors avoid lunges entirely? Not at all. In fact, lunges, when done safely, are fantastic for leg strength, hip mobility, and even posture. But the key word is safely. Here's how to do that. Start with supported reverse lunges. Instead of stepping forward, which shifts your center of gravity away from your base, you step backward, and you do it next to a chair, countertop, or wall for balance. Place your hands lightly on the support. Take a slow step back with one foot. Lower yourself gently, only as far as feels comfortable, and keep your front knee in line with your ankle. Then return to standing. This variation puts less stress on your knees, keeps your torso upright, and allows you to stay in control. No tipping forward. No guessing. You can also try static split stance bends, where you keep both feet planted, one in front of the other, and slowly lower yourself up and down like a mini lunge, using support throughout. If even that feels shaky, start with seated leg curls using resistance bands, or simple step backs while holding on to a chair, baby steps that still engage the same muscles, but without the risk. The idea isn't to avoid challenges, it's to respect where your body is today, and give it the tools to get stronger without danger. Because here's the hard truth. One bad lunge, one misstep, one sharp twist, and you're off your feet for weeks. Maybe longer. And when you're not moving, muscle loss accelerates. Joints stiffen. Confidence drops. It's a cycle we want to avoid. Let's take a moment to breathe. If you've made it this far, you've done something powerful. You've chosen to listen to your body. And that's one of the most important things we can do as we age. Too often, we're told to push through the pain, or to keep doing what works for younger people. But the truth is, your body after 60 plays by different rules, and that's not a weakness. That's wisdom. So today, we let go of 4 common exercises that may no longer be serving you. Deep squats that punish your knees. Leg press machines that silently compress your joints. Jumping routines that stress every landing. And lunges without support that risk your balance. In their place, we welcomed gentle, joint-friendly movements, the kind that protect your strength, not test it. Because leg strength is more than muscle. It's the ability to walk into your garden, go up a step without fear, stand tall while waiting in line, and say yes to the world without hesitation. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need intense workouts to reclaim your strength. You just need consistency, care, and the right approach. If this message resonated with you, if you felt seen, understood, or inspired, then we invite you to stay connected. Share your experience in the comments. What exercises have helped, or hurt, your legs after 60? And if you'd like more warm, gentle, and trustworthy health tips made especially for seniors, don't forget to subscribe to Health 365. At Health 365, we believe that every day is a new chance to feel stronger, live wiser, and age beautifully, one smart step at a time. Your legs still have miles to go. Let's make sure every step feels steady, strong, and full of life. We're walking this journey with you. And we're just getting started.